This Corner with John Ball is brought to you by KNEO 91.7 The Word.
Good morning, I'm John Ball, and I have Russ Ginger. Russ is the president of Farmers Feeding Neighbors, which is, it's not a little auction, it spends a lot of time. If you go down Main Street in Seneca and you look over on the right-hand side, you'll see a church down there, but you'll see a food pantry also. And several years ago, and Russ, I'll let you tell the story, but you all saw a need for people in Seneca, and I'm assuming it's throughout the area now, to help provide food. Can you tell me about that a little bit?
Sure. My wife worked for the Seneca News Patch, and the food pantry was struggling a little bit, and she put an article in the paper, showed the picture of the pantry with very little food items in it. Well, a friend of mine, Jim Graham, saw that article, and he called my wife the next morning and said, "Saw your article, couldn't sleep last night, I have a plan." And that plan was to donate hay, whether it was one bale or whatever you could spare, and auction that off, and then all the proceeds go back to the food pantry. So that's how it all began. And this will be our 15th annual.
You know, one of the things I love about Southwest Missouri is the fact that when there's a need out there, people, in this case it's the Seneca community, gather together arm in arm, and they see what they can do to remedy the situation.
We're amazed every year the people that come through with donations, whether it's a monetary donation, if they have a restaurant, gift certificates, you name it, they come up with it.
Well, we're getting ready to have the 15th annual Farmers Feeding Neighbors hay auction, right?
Exactly.
Okay, tell us when that's going to be and where it is.
Well, that'll be Saturday, September 11th, and that will be at the Seneca Rodeo Grounds at Highway 10 in Bethel. And right across the street, they're building a new baseball field.
Oh, yeah, well, that's great. You get to go see the baseball field, too.
Exactly. And we will not only have hay, we will have, like I say, other items that has been donated, a lot of pies, cookies, cakes, some good cooks in this area.
Well, now, and not only that, but we're going to have a cookout as well, right?
Exactly. We'll have hamburgers, hot dogs, chips, drinks. Everything is just donation only. If you want to put $1 in, if you want to put $100 in, that's fine. But as much as you want.
Now, the cookout starts at 4 o'clock, and there's no set fee. It's just a donation. Whoever wants to put a few bucks in the pot can get a really good hot dog or hamburger, right?
That's right. Joe Kelly has done this since day one, and he has it down to an art.
You know, I've known Joe Kelly for a lot of years, and when it comes to flipping hamburgers, there ain't many better.
That's exactly right.
Well, tell me some of the things that we're going to be auctioning off this year. First of all, it's a live auction. Is there going to be a silent auction as well?
No, sir. There is no silent auction. We like to get together, cut up, have a lot of fun. It's kind of a community event. Some of the things we're going to have a steel chainsaw. We'll have a steel leaf blower. We have hair certificates. If the ladies want to get their hair dyed, cut, whatever, we'll have that. We'll have a lot of restaurant certificates, oil changes, you name it. Just about any business in town has something to offer.
When I understand that first one, which was obviously 15 years ago, you had a little bit of hay out there and you came away with $5,000. How much you come away with now?
Well, our best one so far has been close to $25,000. And it sounds like a lot of money, and it is, but you have to remember that we have a building payment, we have the utilities, we have 2 paid staff members, and we feed about 60 families a month. So in that family, there's some elderly people, but there's a lot of young, hard-working families that just struggle to make ends meet.
So if you're in a position for for whatever reason, whether it's finances, whether it's loss of a job, whether it's loss of a vehicle, and you need to put some food on the table for your kids, what do?
You come to the Seneca Food Pantry. The ladies will take care of you. Well, the first time you come in, we call it an OTO, a one time only, and we'll get you some food, we'll get you through, and if you need to come back and see us, we'll have some paperwork for you to fill out.
Okay, and what, is there a specific day or just come in anytime?
We are there Tuesday through Friday, and it's 9 to 4.
9 to 4. So things kind of load up. Now there might be someone listening to this today and feel like that they really need some help. You're available for them. It's not just for that 60 or so families that you've got, right?
That's exactly right. I talked to one of the people there in town that has a business, and she said that you didn't know it when you sent me a text that I have a soft spot for that food pantry. When we first moved here, I was without a job, my husband was between jobs, and we were struggling. And she said, I'll be honest with you, if it hadn't been for that food pantry, we wouldn't have got through.
And I bet there are a lot of people that are that way. It's just someone that needs kind of a helping hand up to get moving on in life and get on with their lives, especially right now, don't you think?
Oh yeah, exactly. And we see more and more people every day. The need is there, and like I say, it's just a lot of hard-working families that are struggling to get through these difficult times.
Okay, now who are the auctioneers?
Well, Don Burleson has been with us almost since day one. Chance Wallace, and believe it or not, I can auction. I try not to. I let them guys do it.
I understand.
But there's different ones. Darren King has volunteered before. Just whoever needs to steps up and takes the bull by the horn, and here we go.
How many volunteers does it take to put this thing on?
Oh my gosh. We have a gentleman that supplies the tent. We have a big circus tent that we have it under. And we have people that come and help to set that up. We have the FFA kids. They come, they're hard-working bunch of kids. All the volunteers at the food pantry and thrift store come and volunteer. If I was to guess and say, I'm going to say there's 50, 60 people. We have guys that will deliver hay once it's purchased. We have guys that go pick the hay up that's donated. So there's a lot of people involved.
Okay, tell me about the thrift store a little bit.
Okay, well the thrift store helps support the food pantry. And what happens is you bring your donation in, there's ladies there that will go through it. They sort it, men's, women's, children's, they wash it, they iron it, they hang it at a reasonable price. And that helps to pay the utilities and just help us keep the doors open.
Okay. Once again, this is going to be on September the 11th. The cookout begins at 4 o'clock and the auction begins at 6. Now, for more information, there's a number here, and you can call Kathy Ginger. I'm assuming that's someone you're related to.
That's my wife.
All right. How do we get a hold of her?
Well, you can reach Kathy at 417-776-1291.
Okay. How about a number for you?
Okay. Mine is 918-760-1438. Also, Justin and Michelle Ruddick. And Justin's number is 417-737-2270. Michelle's is 417-540-7889.
All right, well, Russ, appreciate you stopping by today. Wish you a lot of luck. Once again, it's September 11th. It's at the Seneca Rodeo Grounds.
Yes, sir. And we look forward to seeing everyone out and having a good time.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you for having me.